What is going on, Black and White Network? Merry, Merry Christmas. How's everybody doing? Rhodes is in the house and Mick is in the house. What's
Afternoon,
going on,
everyone.
guys?
Happy Christmas to you all. Not happy holidays as we're not woke here, so it's
No.
Christmas.
We say Merry Christmas in these parts.
Yeah, that's right. That's what.
Absolutely. Good morning, Mr. Matrix. Good morning, Mick.
Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, Black and White Nation. Merry Christmas. Everybody, please make sure you have a safe one and come out the other side of the Christmas festive holiday festivities, and that way you can join us later on.
Yep.
This is always that time of the year where weirdly, like at least here in East Texas, I'm sure people notice it in other areas. You look up and somebody's had some random tragedy locally happen. So I'm just everybody come out. Don't drink and drive and all that. If you want to drink, stay home, get drunk. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah. And actually, the weather's going to be pretty bad here this weekend until Christmas Day.
It will be here too. Yeah.
We're supposed to have like storms and stuff. Probably starting today, but definitely tomorrow and Sunday. So I got all of my Christmas shopping done yesterday. And I must admit, because I am honest, right, Rose? Rose know exactly what I did. I'm not happy about this, but I'm going to admit it. I did my Christmas shopping yesterday, and it was an absolute nightmare.
Where'd you go?
Well, when me and my brother went to get our Christmas trees, we went to the Christmas tree farm in spring, and I asked my niece and nephew, "Hey, what do you guys want for Christmas?" They never tell me. Then my brother tells me, "All right, well, I'm gonna get back to you." Then he texts me the gifts that they wanted. I was like, "All right." It looks like he's in a store. I was thinking like he was in a Walmart or something like that. And then yesterday, I'm like, "Hey, brother, I'm gonna go and get these Christmas presents. What store were these at?" Because I was actually looking for them on Amazon. One of them was on Amazon, but the other one wouldn't have been here before Christmas. He said it was at Target. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Really?" So I didn't have a choice. I had to go on Target's website and get those toys because they were like in limited supply. Actually, one of the Targets, it got canceled because it was out of stock. So I had to select another one. I had to go to 2 different Targets, and I hate Target.
Did you pick up any tuck swimsuit wear for next summer?
Luckily for me, man. Luckily for me,
Progressive pride flag, did it?
luckily for me, pretty much when you go in, the online order pickup is like right there. Right there. So I felt disgusted with myself, man. But the things I do, man, for my niece and nephew, man.
Did you get back home and sit down in your seat, kick back for the football game, and pop open a Bud Light? I'm just wondering. I mean, after going to Target, you already got warmed up.
Man,
might as well just.
When you walk into a Target, man, you start thinking, I may want a Bud Light.
Oh God! Just immediately, the tranny fluid feeling comes rushing over you.
What made it worse though is, man, usually this tells you how little I go to Target. I've been to Target in 10 years before yesterday, and the traffic in Atascocita, man, they're doing so much construction on 1960. It was a nightmare getting there. And then when I get that one, I get the email said, "Oh, the other one's ready to be picked up in Tomball." So I was driving back home. It was going to take me about an hour to get there. And I drove all the way over there and came back. I was exhausted, but I got it done. The rest of the gifts are coming today via Amazon. So, yeah,
I got to go there. I got to go out early. I'm going to go out early Sunday morning and get any little odds and ends that I don't already have, and I got most of it done. But
yeah, I got to get wrapping paper. We don't have enough.
I've done that before. The Sunday morning before Christmas, if you go early and you get there as the store is opening, You don't really run into much of a crowd issue. You're in and out. I'm one of these people that it doesn't take me long anyway. I'll go in there, probably spend about an hour max, and grab everything, and then boom, book out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey man, I had to do it. I even looked on Walmart's website. They didn't have it. I couldn't find it at all. I didn't have a choice. We got a super chat here.
I don't know that
Go
Walmart's
ahead,
much
Rose.
better these days, frankly. You know?
Well, I never go to Walmart. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
don't?
I'm a Costco shopper. No, I'm a
Oh,
Costco
yeah.
shopper.
Yeah.
So, we got a super chat here. Thanks for the donations. Connor Akers, $2. You guys have a favorite Christmas song. Where did he actually send that super chat from? He sent it from Black and White Sports. Favorite Christmas song.
Mine. I'll give you my one. It's not an actual Christmas song, but there was a story to it. It was around 2010. What it is, right? We had a show called The X Factor in the UK and all that, like, and the winner of it always guarantees the Christmas number one in the actual pop charts. So a guy, it was a big heavy metal fan. He decided enough was enough, and he'd done a thing on Facebook. He'd done a rally call to get "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the Machine to be the Christmas number one. And it actually got, and Rage Against the Machine actually got the Christmas number one. So I always say jokingly, it's my favourite Christmas song of all time, just to piss off the pop fans and all that, basically. And it was such an outrage. I don't know the proper Christmas song now. It's just I don't know. I wasn't really big fan of Christmas songs, to be honest.
So Mick, are all the Christmas songs that are famous over there, are they the same ones as we have here? Like
like
John Lennon, Paul McCartney songs, and
I tell you, a good one. Somebody brought up Nat King Cole in the chat. That's a great one right there.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole.
I got two. I mean, they're just like two favorites. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, of course, is a big one. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC is my other one.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my.
If you just want to, if you just want to take a generic Christmas song, regardless who's singing it, Silent Night. That's probably my favorite.
I think one of my favourite ones is by an Australian comedian called Kevin Bloody Wilson. The song is called "Santa Claus, You Cunt, Where's My Fucking Bike?" go on YouTube and listen to it and all that. Like, he's a very politically incorrect comedian from Australia. Very funny. He wouldn't, like, most of the jokes he comes out with now, he would not get away with it now with the PC police on his case, especially with the Alphabet Mafia. And like I say, it was accused of being racist and right because he made Aboriginal jokes and shit like that as well. But he'd done a few Christmas songs. Christmas on the Piss as well was another one.
Christmas in Hollis is from, of course, my favorite Christmas movie, which is Die Hard. So just putting that out there. Yeah. Oh, it actually came complete with an actual Christmas song came off the soundtrack. So, which was also on a very special Merry Christmas album that came out back in the day.
Tiny Arnold of Outkick had an argument with one of the Outkick writers about saying that Die Hard was not a Christmas movie.
Oh,
I don't believe it's a Christmas movie.
Melissa doesn't think it's a Christmas movie. They were. I saw Todd Pyro and Joe Concha this morning gave their favorite Christmas movies. Todd Pyro had Die Hard at number 2. Joe Concha had it at number 1. I was like, there you go.
A Christmas Story is number 1.
Trading Places for me.
Trading Places is number 2. And A Christmas Carol 1938 is number 3 for me.
Hey, John, that super chat I put last week regarding Trading Places was that thing when he was asked to take off his clothes, and this big black dude said, "Strip you little shit before I tell you a new asshole." That was fucking legendary.
This man is physically threatening me.
He's praying to have sex with me. I love the police cell movie. Where is your bitches, Mister Big Time Pimp? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's legendary.
I love that
Do you
movie,
know
man.
I
I
haven't
love
seen
it.
that movie in like 40 years.
Oh
I
man,
watch
I
I think
have
I've
it on
seen it once.
I have
watch
it
it
on
every year.
DVD. I have it on DVD and I have it on streaming. So,
I
oh,
watch
by
it
the way, man,
every year without fail.
since Carl
Without
Aker
fail.
sent that super chat, we appreciate it. And since it's Christmas, this is the closest we got to a Christmas super chat kind of thing.
If I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
The only reason I use that one because Rocky fought Drago on Christmas Day.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
I've got Die Hard. Actually, probably the Christmas Vacation's my favorite. Die Hard would be number 2. Gremlins is number 3. We watched Gremlins last night. So Braxton wanted to start watching Christmas. We watched Gremlins and then we watched Elf. So
I love Gremlins.
I watched that Christmas
And
Eve.
Elf is good.
I watched that.
Elf is good too.
Yeah, I watch that Christmas Eve every year. Me and the wife.
And this one here is not one of my favorites, but I do like it. I don't watch it every year. Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's a good one.
it's a good one. I haven't seen it in a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been
Him and
probably
Sinbad.
20 years maybe since I've seen it. Christmas Story is up there. I mean, always.
Yeah. Man, even the
know.
new one that came out last year was good. I was shocked that it was good. It was funny.
I saw it last night. We almost watched it because I haven't seen it yet.
It's
So
funny, man.
I'm gonna find a place to fit it in over the next, say, 3 days.
Yeah.
The new.
Because I remember they had that Christmas Story Part 2, which wasn't good, and then they came out with this one here. And last year, I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Me and my wife were laughing. It was funny.
I was watching Beavis and Butthead Christmas special yesterday. The letters to Santa Butthead, where they got Beavis as a reindeer and Butthead kept whipping him. You ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Beavis and Butthead one. But like I said, there's a few Christmas specials that I religiously watch every year. That's Beavis and Butthead is one of them. Trailer Park Boys Christmas special was always another one that I watch every year.
I've been meaning to. Dan Orlovsky said that there's one on Netflix with Kurt Russell that's supposed to be really good that I heard. So I need to check it out.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to
him and
watch
Goldie Hawn. I think Goldie Hawn's in it too.
Goldie Hawn's in it too.
I think I've seen it. Oh, I need to acknowledge something over here on Rumble, over on Black and White Sports. Got a comment here that says, holy shit, a video leaving comment to the hardly see any of your stuff I like. That's because Rumble is not mirroring our videos from YouTube. We upload to YouTube. It's supposed to mirror the videos over there at Rumble. They're not really doing it. So I think we're like 2 weeks behind now.
So it has officially quit. You know, it quit working for like 2 weeks, and then it started working again for like another month. And so now they've quit again, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we're live right now. But we appreciate you guys because we got 25 people watching over on Black and White Sports. We got 8 people watching over on Black and White Network.
Yeah.
And like
By the way,
127 people on other channels.
They're back taking the knee again in Premier League soccer this on Boxing Day. By the way, they're back taking the knee again. All the Premier League players in England.
They're taking a knee.
Yeah, they're decided about 5 games a year. Five games a year that they'll still take a knee for a criminal organisation and all that as well. And the Christmas fixtures was one of them.
Wow. Just taking a knee thing, crazy.
It's a
Wonderful Life. That's a good one.
Getting some love. Yeah,
that's a good one. But for the most part, it's not really Christmas focused really till like near the end of the movie. It's still a good movie though. So
I'm just looking through. Ooh, that's one you don't see too often. That's a classic.
yeah, I like that one, but I like the one with Reginald Owen from the 1930s better.
Krampus.
But that is a good
That's
Christmas.
interesting. Hadn't thought about that, but Krampus, yeah. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I'm also a big fan of Bad Santa, but of course you're not letting the kids watch that one.
No.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm still going. Somebody says, wasn't Trump in Home Alone? He was in Home Alone
Yeah.
too, wasn't he?
Home Alone 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And we got a $20 super sticker from Bernie 7044 over on Black and White Network. And what is that super sticker? I think it's Black and White Network. Or maybe it was Black and White Network. It is, I don't know exactly what that is.
Is this a joke? A Christmas Story is nasty and violent. Christmas
God.
Vacation? Question mark. Jingle
Christmas
all the way?
Vacation is so funny. It's so funny. Hey, but Bernie, thank you for that super sticker. I thought hold on a second. Did you just select the roads?
What? Select what?
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Well, man, guys,
Because I
can
was
probably
like,
find in charge.
all right. Appreciate that that super sticker.
I love black people. I love black people. Who's the motherfucker, Jerry? You, my motherfucker. What you gonna do, Jerry? Show me the money.
Yeah, since he was definitely showing the money with that $20
Hey.
super sticker there.
You know good and well, I'm not going to let this slide. Let me slide up here. Where was that? Where was the damn Colin Kaepernick thing? This.
Oh, yeah, that was before we
Yeah.
went live. Yeah.
After your Colin Kaepernick support, what did I miss? When did I miss the Colin
I think
Kaepernick support?
somebody's being sarcastic.
They got to be. I'm like, wait, what? When are you going to
'Cause
support whites?
We have never supported Colin Kaepernick here on this channel. Ever.
What? I saw that, was like, what is going on now? Where did this come from? Did somebody hijack the account and make a Colin Kaepernick video that supported him? I was like, I don't know what that's about. I had to highlight it. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy's got to be trolling right now. It's got to be. The night that the reindeer died. Oh, there's another good horror movie from Christmas. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night from back in the 80s. That was a good one. That was a slash.
I
That was a
haven't seen that
slasher
one.
flick. Yeah, well, it launched a whole franchise. There was like 5 of them, I think, because the first one did so. That was back when they could put out a franchise on home video, and if it was really good, the first movie would end up making like $15 million just on rentals.
Yeah.
So they could launch a franchise off of it.
Actually,
Good
since
old
you brought
days,
up
actually.
Gremlins, do you consider Gremlins to be somewhat of a Christmas horror movie?
Yeah. Look,
Yeah, I do.
When Gremlins came out, I would have been 9 years old.
It came out in
in
85, right?
84. And so
84, okay.
we were looking at that. We were looking at that last night. Gremlins scared the crap out of me when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
The crap out of. I mean, I lost sleep for probably a good 6 months as a kid over Gremlins, because I swear, every time I heard anything in the house that, just the house settling at night, anything at all, I thought, oh crap, that's a Gremlin. I mean, if you thought you heard something walking across the floor, you were like, oh crap. Because in the movie, it's like when they're walking, you hear them. And you're like, oh shit. So I'm going through that whole thing in my head as a kid, and it was terrifying. I mean, I'm covering my
Right.
head. I'm sleeping completely under the Yeah, gremlins, no. Mogwais are cute. Gremlins, not so much.
Just
I
don't
wouldn't
feed them
say
after
that-
midnight.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that Spike is too cuddly, you know. But
Yeah.
it's a hell of a flick, man. Man, that soundtrack
Yeah.
is. You're right, Joe Bob. It's underrated. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're already 23 minutes into this, and I'm pretty sure people are interested to find out what Stephen A. Smith actually had to say about Texas, because you know what Stephen A. Smith said, Rhodes? Do you have any idea?
I know what it's about. I have not seen his comments.
He lost his mind, and I don't think Mick has seen it yet. So you guys are gonna go into this fresh. Now, of course, everybody knows that Joe Biden is doing nothing, absolutely nothing, about the border. I mean, it's wide open. People have free range to come in and out. And Greg Abbott signed a bill into law where Texas is saying, all right, the federal government doesn't want to do their job. We're going to do the job of the federal government. And Texas will be arresting illegal aliens that cross into this country illegally. Stephen A. Smith believes it's racist. Yeah. So let's go ahead
Against
and
who?
look at this here.
Racist
That's what I want.
against who?
And he says a few things here, Rhodes, that obviously he doesn't know Texas. Okay. Look at this. This is a disgrace. ESPN Stephen A. Smith blasts racist Texas governor for rule allowing police to arrest illegals. And even in the clip, Rhodes, he actually uses the word illegals. So people that are actually breaking the law, Stephen A. Smith actually acknowledges that, but he says it's racist. Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll it.
Greg Abbott, you ever heard of him? He's the governor for the state of Texas. On Monday, that governor, Governor Abbott, signed a bill into law that will allow the police to arrest migrants who enter the U.S. illegally.
Call them illegal aliens. They're not migrants.
This law, which takes effect in March, allows any Texas law enforcement officer to arrest people who are suspected of entering the country illegally. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. And before I go a step further, there's an individual by the name of Krish, K-R-I-S-H, Omara Vignarajah, Vignarajah. That person is the CEO of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, says, quote, by criminalizing the very act of seeking refuge, Texas is turning its back on the values of compassion and due process that make our nation the world's beacon of humanitarian leadership. That is one way to put it. There are various other ways to put it. This is a disgrace. It's inhumane. And it opens the floodgate to further divide our nation, because when you have law enforcement that literally can arrest people over a suspicion, think about that for a second. People can be arrested who are suspected of entering the country illegally. Do you realize that that means a law enforcement official can walk up to somebody, all right, they look Hispanic. Okay, their English is broken. They don't speak fluent English. So that could be a cause for me to arrest them?
Okay, right there. Me and Rhodes are from Texas.
Oh,
Rhodes,
yeah.
aren't there a ton of Hispanic people here in Texas?
A plethora. They're everywhere, man. Everywhere.
This
it
is
has
where
been.
Stephen A.
Has
Smith.
been.
This is where Stephen A. Smith shows his ignorance right here. About 90% of the people that are Texans at the border are Hispanic. They
Correct.
speak Spanish.
Right.
I'm out here in the Houston area. I hear Spanish all the time. My neighbor, he's not Mexican. He's actually Puerto Rican. He speaks Spanish, but he's an American citizen. We're talking about illegals that aren't coming through a port of entry legally. Stephen A., man, you don't know Texas, man.
Not only
And
that,
guess what?
we're not talking about Mexicans coming across the border.
No.
Chinese is coming across the border. Okay,
Haitians,
Haitians. You look,
Middle Easterns, white people.
you just
terrorists.
had a terrorist attack October 7th. Our border is wide open. Name me another place where the border is just wide open. Another country where people just walk in and out. Another legitimate country, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's
We can't go into
illegal.
Mexico
it's
illegally.
Called upholding laws. These
Bro, do
laws
you know
are
what
in
happened to us?
place. I mean,
Do you know what would happen to us if we were caught in Mexico illegally? Oh, it's bad. You don't want to go to Mexican prison. It's bad.
No.
You don't want to go. But let's continue.
we've got laws against this. The laws aren't
Yeah.
being used.
They're not being enforced. All Texas
That's
is doing
right.
is enforcing the law that the federal government should be doing. But anyway,
Let them deal with the problems later. Ladies and gentlemen, to get out of jail, bail costs money. It ain't free. To hire a lawyer, that costs money. It ain't free. You have essentially opened up an avenue to incarcerate people for no cause whatsoever other than a particular law enforcement official's suspicion.
no, Stephen A. They do have to have probable cause. If somebody's walking down the street, the police can't just say, you know what? Let me go over there and check his papers. You can't do that. There needs to be probable cause. We see people on video crossing the border illegally. Law enforcement then can actually stop them and detain them.
They're literally live streaming on TikTok as they're
Yes,
crossing the border.
they are.
Some of them have parlayed it into becoming social media stars as they're coming in illegally into our country. And it's so convenient that Stephen A., wherever he is currently located, we're
New York.
in Texas, man. We're the
He's
ones
from
having to
Hollis,
deal with
Queens.
this.
He's from Hollis, Queens. Guess what?
Living in New Jersey. Lives in New Jersey.
Yeah. Guess what? Your fellow New Yorkers in New York City, they're getting a little bit of the brunt of what Texas is dealing with. And guess what? Those people
they're
do not
freaking
want
out.
those illegals there. The
They're
black
freaking
people
out.
in Chicago are raising hell about the
Yeah.
illegals taking up their resources. Stephen A.
Freaking
Smith.
out. That's right.
Yeah. And they're talking about voting Republican.
By the way, these people are coming into our country. They're just across people's yards in South Texas.
Yes.
Just walking into their
Yes.
yards across their land as if they belong. No, you don't belong there. It's not your property.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
your place
And a lot of
to
those
be.
people, down at the valley, a lot of those people are Hispanic Texans. Their property is getting destroyed, Stephen A.
That's what we're going to do to our Latino brothers and sisters. It's racist.
Now, Stephen A., that sounds pretty racist what you just said there, because you're assuming just because they're Hispanic, they may be here illegally. We just talked about there's Asians, there's white people, Middle Eastern people, black people, all coming across the border. The man doesn't know what he's talking about.
You do.
Somebody needs to.
Does he have any idea that I mean, we're the ones having to deal with this. Do you think he's walking around with security right now? That there's somebody that walks around, has his back all the time? He's probably living in a gated community. And by the way, you've got South Texas, formerly Democratic counties that have flipped for Trump.
They flipped
because
red.
because the people immigrated to our country legally, and they have flipped over to Trump because they don't want illegals coming in, and those people are Hispanic that are against exactly what's going on right now. They want people to have to follow the process just like they did. pay your dues, come in here legally. Not only that, but it's a joke. They're giving them immigration meetup paperwork that has 2031 on it right now. I kid you not.
Yeah. 2035. That's the next
Yeah.
court date. Nah, that's not going to fly in Texas. So here we go.
Say it, so I'm going to say it. It's a racist ass thing to do. Suspicion? Suspected of entering the country illegally. How can you be suspected of entering the country illegally? So you chilling in downtown Dallas or Houston. You hanging out with a bunch of folks. You're speaking Spanish instead of English.
Like I said, this guy just doesn't get it, man. In Houston, you will literally see, and I'm not just pointing out Hispanics here, day workers sitting on the side of the road looking for work in certain parts of Houston. They're here illegally. Everybody knows that.
Your clothes might not be a Tom Ford suit or something. You might not be wearing a Jordan sweatsuit. You might look a little poor and impoverished, a bit haggardy or haphazard. Those things you might not look the part.
You look in New York as well.
They can literally label that as suspicion to justify arresting you, not questioning you, not asking for an ID. They literally can arrest you. That's criminal.
Okay.
See, what we're really learning
Okay.
is that there are levels of enslavement. Yeah, I can deport you, I could send you back, or I could keep you incarcerated. You can feed the system. Another body in there. We know prisons throughout this nation, to some degree anyway, have been privatized. We do know that, right? You do know that there are people profiting off of folks getting incarcerated, right? If you don't believe me, go back and look at 13. That documentary on Netflix, directed by Ava DuVernay. Go back and look at things like that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. What a disgrace.
No.
And to think,
No.
I love this state from the standpoint that it's got no state income taxes. You got beautiful cities like Dallas and Houston and Austin, Texas. I'm looking forward to being in a city like that someday, and then I see a governor like this doing this kind of nonsense. It's a damn disgrace. It really, really is.
Yeah.
I look in New York, right? You look in New York, John. You go to JFK Airport. All the signs is multilingual. It's English and Spanish there as well.
That's the way it is out here in Texas too. Everything is in Spanish and English.
Yeah. Like I say, because you've got a big Hispanic community in New York as well. You've got Puerto Ricans, you've got Dominicans there.
Yep.
Like I say, you've got Cubans there as well. Not as many as Miami, but there was definitely a huge influx of Hispanics in New York when I was there. They were mainly Dominicans.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's say the cops do talk to somebody under suspicion. If you're not illegal, you don't have a lot to worry about.
You have
right?
nothing to worry about.
No.
You have nothing to worry about.
As long as you
Now
comply, it's going to be a conversation. They're going to be
Yeah.
like, oh, man, you got a driver's license, you're blah, blah, blah. You're legal. I mean, you're good.
Yeah. Guess
they're
what,
gonna
Rhodes?
let-
You get
let
pulled.
you ride.
You get pulled over by the police on suspicion of speeding, for example.
Yeah.
Don't you have to show your ID?
Correct.
What happens if you don't have your ID?
You're gonna have to answer some more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Regardless of skin color.
That's right.
They might say to the cop shop.
Yes,
answer a few questions there.
Stephen A, man. And the thing is, man, we're not trying to keep these people in prison. They should be deported. Trump is already talking about the biggest mass deportation we've ever seen. That's great right there. They go back to where they came. If they want to come in, they have to apply and do it the right way.
I'm going to hurt Stephen A. Smith's feelings a little more. I don't think Greg Abbott did this fast enough. It should have been done a year and a half ago, 18 months ago.
You know what? I read that in the comment
keep
section
it
on my
real.
video, but here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, okay? The Texas House. That's the problem. Led by pro-Democrat Dave Phelan, who is a so-called Republican. And the only reason why it got done is because Greg Abbott was actually calling special session after special session after special session. Because he can't be a dictator. But he can call these special sessions until something gets done. That's the only reason why it got done. So I understand why people were saying, oh, you should have did this a while ago. Got to realize, man, it's the Texas House that makes the laws. He signs them into law.
The moment he realized Biden was actually going to take office, the wheels should have been turning then. Because, look, everybody knew he was about to open the border. There was already people en route.
They were waiting at the border
lining up
already.
with January 6th. They were en route, heading in, about to open. It was about to just wave them in like they're on a airport tarmac somewhere. Just come on across. What kills me is, at what point is this a national security threat? You got countries at war right now. If ever there was a reason to shut the border down, that would have been a great reason. I thought all you Democrats were so worried about COVID. None of these people coming in.
Not anymore.
None of them got the Wuhan virus. None of them.
During the whole time of the Wuhan virus, they weren't testing any of these people for the Wuhan virus. They were dropping them off at Whataburger. And you had, I remember they said that this one illegal couple, was in a Whataburger coughing and everything, definitely had the virus. Just spreading it everywhere. Democrats didn't care. They didn't care.
Of course they didn't care. Bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah.
The whole damn bunch of them. A bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some super chats here we need to get through here real quick before we continue on here. Nicholas J. hits for $5. Brandon Brown, the NASCAR driver, lost his job due to the Let's Go Brandon chant. Did he?
We did videos.
When was
on that.
this?
Yeah, we did videos.
Oh, that was a
on
while ago?
Yeah, it was a good long while ago. Yeah.
Okay. Dustin the Grim, $10. The word racist has lost all meaning at this point. Maybe Stephen A. should head down to the border and see how bad it is. He's not going to do that, because then if he actually does that on camera, he's going to have to face the reality that hey, I was wrong. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm currently reading his book at the moment, right? And like I said to John before the thing, like he was a very, very serious journalist at one stage. I don't know what possessed him to become a fool on ESPN. And I know he's a well paid fool and all that, like. But if you actually read his book, like I said, there's a lot of seriousness comes out of him.
Yep.
Like I say, there's part of it there. He shows absolute distaste for his own father as well, because it was a drunken womanizer that.
We got a CK74 with a $20 super sticker. Is that a super sticker? No, just super chat, I guess. It says Merry Christmas. Well, thank you for that. And Spin Sports Network for $2 on a scale from 1 to 10. How bad is Roger Goodell?
I go 9.
Well, yeah, I'll go at 9 because Adam Silver is a 10. He's not as bad as Adam Silver. Adam Silver's the worst.
I got that Manfred at Major League Baseball. I think he's more of a fucking dickwasser than Adam Silver is.
I'd say like a 9 probably is where I'd have
because
it.
he carried into Biden and Stacey Abrams over the Georgia voting thing.
If for no, he gets so much damn praise, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. A chimp could have been in that spot over the last decade, and all this money was still going to flood into the NFL because of television contracts. When you're the number one rated television program, they're going to give you massive amounts of money from networks. Yeah. And everybody wants to give Roger Goodell credit for that. No, That's your athletes. You can thank Peyton Manning as he was coming into retirement and Tom Brady and all those guys, because that's when it really exploded. As those guys started getting to their twilight, everybody wanted to tune in, and it just kind of carried over from there and blew up even more. But that's not Roger Goodell's doing.
No,
it's not.
no. I'm not giving Roger Goodell any credit for the NFL now taking over Christmas Day. The NBA's dead on Christmas now. The NFL is pretty big. Has little to do with Roger Goodell. So
little.
But
But
you know what? As well, after listening to Tom Brady's comments about the standard of the play in the NFL, he's right in certain aspects and all that. Like, I look at it like that because he hit the other day for the Steelers against the Colts and all that. Like, was a lot worse hit than Kareem Jackson did on Josh Dobbs. But yet again, Kareem Jackson got 4 games and he's only got 3. How can he justify that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, guys.
And like I say, you look at that Kareem Jackson hit on Josh Dobbs, right? It was Josh Dobbs that insinuated that hit, not Kareem Jackson. Yeah, Kareem Jackson's got history of being dirty or anything like that, but no way he should have got 4 games for that hit. When it was Josh Dobbs' fault.
You know, Tom Brady's been very critical of the defense.
Oh yeah, he has.
And the fact that the quarterbacks aren't doing their job in protecting the receivers. You know, he's like, we just knew that when we played quarterback, there were certain throws we couldn't make because we get our damn wide receivers killed out there. You know, and
I'll tell you something. If I was Shane Steichen, I would have gone after Gardner Minshew after that play and all that. That goes, what the fuck are you doing that? Well, you know, there was a guy about to go in head first on your receiver and all that. Like, you're basically taking your own receiver out because you thought it was open and all that. Like, if you actually look carefully, because he was going for him, it was hunting him. Now he had a history himself. Now I'm in a WhatsApp group with a group of lads back in England, right? And I said no that like because he'd done a nasty hit on Cam Newton there a few years back as well. So he has history as well.
Would Roger Goodell and the league even have went down this road if they hadn't had to pay out $900 million from CTE?
Yeah,
my belief is no.
No,
this was driven by a lawsuit, and the lawsuit was over CTE. And they were profiting. They had a segment on ESPN Monday Night Football called Jacked Up.
Jacked Up.
Yeah,
I loved it too, Ed.
They
was on that Tom Jackson and
Tom Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got jacked up. That was like a big thing.
They used to sell VHSs and DVDs of the biggest hits in the NFL, and those were NFL Films products that they were putting out there. And then when CTE happened, they backed way out. Somebody made a comment right here. I can't wait for this Gruden thing to happen. It can't get here quick enough because Gruden wants it to all go public. That's his whole point is Gruden wants everything to have to come out in public. And somebody said a while back, Gruden knows where all the NFL's bodies are buried, and Gruden wants it out. They said he's got so much money he doesn't care about it. You know, he made all that money from Monday Night Football. He made all that money from the Raiders, and he may mess around and end up doing something either when they're willing to let him come back into the league and be a head coach. He's got something on somebody. He's got something on somebody. If they're willing to let him come back in. He's still getting money
from the Raiders. He's still getting paid by the Raiders. I think he's got another 4 years left on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Raiders are forking out some money for coaches.
I kind of think that him and Mark Davis work something out because they're so close. They're so tight. Yeah. I mean, he's still tight with Mark Davis today. They're still real tight. I mean, that is Mark Davis's. I tell you what, think about this. It would not shock me if Mark Davis called and talked to John Gruden about firing Josh McDaniels. That would not shock me a bit. Hey, man, what do you think? What do you think about the state of the team? Yada, yada, yada. I mean, that tells you right there. And, you know, I made a video the other day talking about Mark Davis is creating a position with the Raiders It's supposed to be like this football expert or football czar, and it's going to be a guy that works with Mark Davis away from the GM and the head coach. Well, that makes you wonder. I brought up Tom Brady because he's real tight with that organization now. You know, that's a perfect position for John Gruden. Wouldn't that be hilarious? It would be perfect for John.
Yep.
Bring him back in. Mark Davis's right-hand man. It'd be hilarious too. It really would.
And Al Davis always treated Gruden like a son as well, didn't he?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Al Davis always treated John Gruden like a son as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Al loved John. Yeah, Al loved John.
Yep. Thank you guys for all of those super chats. Keep dropping them if you want to. So we'll give you this.
I shouldn't. Do it.
Just put it all into one bulk right there. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about here. This is for the entertainment channel here. When Hollywood celebrities and actors, they complain about getting paid, how much they're getting paid, I don't think the average person is going to care. I mean, if you're getting, let's say, for example, you're getting $10 million for a movie, I don't think the average person wants to hear you complain about you not getting paid right. There's going to be no tear shared for you at all. Because I think most people probably know that, like Robert Downey Jr. Didn't he get like $75 million or something like that for Endgame?
It was a lot. It was
something like that.
It was a massive upfront salary, plus he probably got 2 or 3% on the back end of the profit of that movie. That's usually how that's set up for A-listers now. They get a percentage of the profit. So my guess would be by the time it's all said and done, he'll probably make $100 million off Endgame. Ridiculous.
Okay. Well, let's just say for simplicity here, he got $75 million.
Yeah.
Nobody in their right mind thinks he's actually going home with $75 million. Because we know there's agents, there's taxes, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably after all the fees he had to pay to his people and his agent and taxes. I mean, just cut off half of that right there.
60%.
Other people.
Yeah, it's 60%.
So he's probably getting taxed on $35 million. He probably walked out of $75 million, probably $20 million is what I'm guessing right there. Good payday after taxes. Well,
yeah. Great payday.
Taraji P. Henson is no Robert Downey Jr. Okay? She is complaining that she's underpaid. Hollywood is sexist, racist. Uncle Sam is getting 50%. Well, I don't know where Taraji actually lives at, but if you actually live in California, I don't want to hear anybody that lives in California complain about taxes.
Or New York.
Because you live there, and chances are you're probably voting for this. Right. A lot of Hollywood is a bunch of leftists. They vote for this stuff. You live out here in Texas, guess what? You don't have to pay 50%. Now, of course, you're going to be at the highest tax bracket still, but I'm not complaining about it.
There's a reason why so many people are moving to Texas and Florida. And taxes is a big, big piece of that. Yes.
Yeah. Look here.
And Nevada.
Nevada doesn't have any state taxes too. Actually, a lot of people left Hollywood. They were going to Nevada because Nevada doesn't have any state income tax. Actress Taraji P. Henson, Empire and Hidden Figure star, lamented an alleged Hollywood pay discrepancy, asserting that she worked hard for a fraction of the cost. Now, she was speaking with Gayle King. This is what she said, quote, I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do and getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, I do. Well, I have to, I should say. The math ain't mathing. When you start working a lot, you have a team. Big bills come with that. Come with what we do. We don't do this alone. It's a whole team behind us. They have to get paid. When you hear someone go, such and such made $10 million, that didn't make it to their account, she continued. Henson noted that well over 50% of her salary goes to other people. Like I just used in that example. I mean, you got into acting. That's a part of the deal right there. Quote, off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. Probably really because of where you live at. Now have $5 million. Your team is getting 30% off of your gross. Not after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. Henson said she often finds herself feeling at the bottom whenever she has to renegotiate. Quote, I'm only human. Every time I do something and break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. It wears on you. What does that mean? What is that telling me? If I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? She concluded. It sounds like she needs a better agent. To me.
Not only that, fuck off out California as well.
I mean, if you think you work more, your agent is supposed to be negotiating for you, right? Why the hell are you paying your agent?
Who the hell ever saw her name on a billing of anything and thought, oh, shit. Oh,
I don't think she's ever gotten top billing.
I got to get there. Oh, hell, no. Dude, she's not Harrison Ford. She's not Tom Cruise. She's not Brad Pitt. She's not any, she doesn't move the needle at all. At all.
I think she's what would you say? She's not an A-list. She's a B to a C-list.
She's a C plus list, maybe. C plus.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. She's a good television actress. Like, she was very good as the second person to Jim Caviezel in Person of Interest. She co-starred on that show with Jim Caviezel. She was very good as his right-hand woman in that show. Very good. But I like Jim Caviezel. He was the reason I was tuning in and giving the show a shot to begin with. You know, I thought, oh, man, what's the movie oh, shit. What's the movie Jim Caviezel? I love the movie. Damn it, Henry Cavill is in it for like 12 seconds. I can't remember. The Count of Monte Cristo. I love Jim Caviezel because of that movie, you know? So I tuned into Person of Interest, and that's where I really discovered who she was. She was very good in the show. She was. I'm not.
But she's not a movie.
I don't rush for nothing.
She's not a movie star.
No,
that's even on Empire.
So.
Empire, she wasn't the main draw to that. It was Terrence P. Howard was the main draw for Empire.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he was bringing that MCU cred with him, that hustle and flow cred. You know.
Yeah,
absolutely. You're right.
Was that the one where Justice Smollett wanted the pay raise from, and that's where he done the fake hate crime? So that show was it?
Yeah. Juicy Smouye, he was in that show too. He was in that show. I mean, it comes with the territory. Everybody knows. I'm wondering, where does she live at? I want to look it up. I want to know where Taraji actually lives, because if they're taking 50% of your salary off the top,
that's New York or California straight away, isn't it?
Taraji P. Henson. She's born in Washington, D.C. And where does she live at? Let's see here. Because if you complain about 50%, it says she has a house in L.A.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you go,
Yeah.
nobody told you to live in California. If that's
You
where you're
probably
living,
got a
it's kind of
house-
hard to.
Maybe she probably got a house next to Patrice Kohler's.
Could be.
Yeah, one of her mansions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
And
she
then
wants
local
to make her money
taxes.
stretch, get the hell out. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then I believe they try to tax you locally too. I mean, state tax in California is insane. Insane. I wouldn't want to live there. You know, Dennis Quaid is trying to bring more movies to Texas because Texas is more friendlier to businesses, and definitely
Yeah.
he could save more money because, you know, he's from Houston. And I think
he's a hell of a
I think he
God.
yeah, he's a good actor. I don't think he lives in California anymore. I think he said he left.
Well, Mark Wahlberg moved out.
Yeah, he lives in Nevada. But I don't know if Dennis Quaid moved back to Houston now. I mean, think of this here. All these athletes, there is a reason why so many athletes live in Houston. There is a ton of athletes that live in Houston. Robert Ory played for the Rockets, played for the Lakers. He still lives in Houston. There's a reason why. Cost of living's good. No state income tax. Adrian Peterson lives in Houston. But actually, he's pretty much from the area anyway.
I got a buddy of mine that him and his wife, she's a surgeon, and they're from California. And they sold their like 1,500 square foot house in California. This was like a decade ago. Sold it in California, came here, bought a 3,700 square foot house for cash.
Oh yeah, easily.
You know, I mean,
Easily.
and it was like the Taj Mahal on the inside. You walked in, it was like, holy Jesus! The entire back wall is plate glass window. You know,
My house that I have right now, that I'm in right now, I'm willing to bet if my home was just in a middle class neighborhood in LA, probably be $800,000. Out here, it ain't worth $800,000 here.
yeah, yeah.
I live close
I
to the
think he
I
said
live,
they
I live
got-
2 minutes from the airport. So the only downside
I
is
think
I've got
he
planes,
said they
I've got
got
planes
over-
all over all the time with me.
They got over 700,000 for their home in California, and they bought that 3,500 square foot was on 5 acres, and they paid $350 cash up here in East Texas for it.
Yeah.
And it was a new construction too. On top of it, a new construction. Wow.
Nicholas here is in Liberty County. You're like 20 minutes from me. That's a
No,
nice
I'm,
place to live, Liberty
living in the
County.
working class area in Dublin, about 10 minutes drive from the airport, and about 25 minutes drive into the city centre. Like I say, but property's expensive in Dublin as well. We also kind of got a gang problem here as well. But I would rather live in Dublin than back home in London, though, because London's Sadiq Khan, the mayor there, has turned London into a third world shithole. All to further the globalist agenda that him and most of the clans running the UK government there as well. Speaking of globalists, how are you getting on with the book so far, Rhodes?
I haven't started it yet. Yet. I've got it right over here. Christmas time is busy. Let's just put it that way, busy. Between everything we got going on and, of course, doctor's visits. So I have not started it yet. I will start. I'll probably start it after January 1st. I'll start reading it at night. But yeah, when that book showed up, I was familiar with it. I knew he had put that book out, and but I had not bought it, and it's been a book I've been interested in reading.
Yeah, I just ordered.
I got a feeling I'm going to be furious. I think I'll be furious by the time I'm done reading it. But
there's 2 or 3 instances that wound me up. The Kung Flu was one of them. Social credit scores was another. But I just ordered Mark Dice's new book, The War on Conservatives.
It's hey John, it's Glenn Beck's The Great Reset.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's your read.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm checking it out.
Yeah. But I just ordered Mark Dice's new one, the War on Conservatives. I've actually found a book site based in England that I'm able to get books, even like I'm get all the Alex Jones catalogue on it as well.
This is good. Chuck Norris once went to a feminist rally. He came back with 3 iron shirts and a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Anything else, guys?
I ordered 3 books there recently. Mark Dice was one of them. I ordered Clay Travis's new one, The American Playbook. That'll be coming after Christmas as well.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a good read.
I've read this. I've read Republicans Buy Sneakers too. I read that.
I was going to buy Mark Levine's new book till he went off the deep end a while back with some bullshit neocon Republican rant he had on X, and everybody was like, "Oh, not you, man! Of all people."
Because he wrote American Marxism, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've always liked what he had to say. Yeah, it was disappointing. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, guys, we just want to come together, and this replaced the member stream for today, so we just open it up to everybody. But if you would like to support us, become channel members, because we do this thing every Friday.
Yep.
10 a.m. Central Standard Time for members only. It's usually a little bit more raunchier than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not with little C-bombs and all that, but we kept it respectful today.
And Mick is a little under the weather too, so. Yep. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. We're not going anywhere. We're still going to have videos coming out. I'll probably shoot a couple tomorrow since Monday is Christmas, so.
I'll probably
Any other final words?
I'll probably get up about 2 a.m. on Christmas morning and record 2 or 3 before we're going to my wife's sister's. So that drive alone is like an hour and 15 or 20 minutes one way. So
Yikes.
Yeah. So we'll be driving down there and driving back. Plus, it's just like Thanksgiving. We were gone 6 good hours. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, my mom will be out here, so I gotta go get wrapping paper when we get done here.
I've got something. Hang on, I've got something to do.
Oh! I meant to say this at the beginning of the stream, in case, because it's been a while since we've been streaming on Black and White Sport. I have not left the big sports channel, folks. I promise. I'm trying to grow the other sports channel right now, so. That's the only reason you haven't seen as many videos out of me on the big channel. It's because frankly, Black and White Sports 2 is showing its ass right now. I don't know how else to say it. It's showing its ass. Yep. Y'all have showed up over there big time. So
this may be a video for later on. The Pistons have lost 25 in a row, but the fans are screaming to sell the team at the game. It's bad, man. I didn't realize they had lost that many in a row. They're about to set the NBA record. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy right there. But hope everybody has a merry Christmas. Everybody comes once a year, enjoy time with your families, and Mick is back.
And drink plenty of beer.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up now, man. We're wrapping it up.
Okay.
Yep.
Have a good Christmas, everyone.
You too.
Yes.
And FJB. And it's still a see you next Tuesday.
Yep. Peace. We're out.
Till next time.
Till next time.